feel like generally women are kind of skeptical. It's always like questioning things. Even guys you really like, it's always questioning things. You'll be on a date with a girl overlooking the city skyline and be like, hey, isn't this beautiful? She'll be like, do you do this with all the girls? Just enjoy the view. Is that your move? You go on dates with girls and try to have sex with them? Yeah. That's my move. That's every guy's move. Guys don't question things. If a guy's getting a BJ behind a Chipotle dumpster, he's not like, whoa, 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 wait a second. Do you do this with all the guys? Is that your move? You just give BJs behind dumpsters? I don't want to be another notch on your belt, Becky. I thought I was a snowflake. I'm just like the rest. No. There could be a line and we wouldn't care. Okay, what's up? Is this thing moving fast or slow? Yeah. Very cool. I remember one time I went on a date, and at the end of the date, I went in for the kiss, and then I got the pullback. Nothing makes you feel like the Elephant Man faster than the pullback. Like, no, don't look at me. No, please love me. Am I worthy of love? No, okay, sorry. The one good thing about getting the pullback is at least you know where you stand in the relationship. You know, no one gets the pullback and they're like, all right, so I'll see you sometime soon. No, you go, yeah, it was nice knowing you. Which way did it came? This way? It's Google Maps. Word of advice, fellas, if you ever do go in for the kiss, make sure you're at least in front of her place. Because one time I got the pullback in a parking structure, and I'm like, I still gotta drive this chick home. This is the most awkward car ride in my entire life. The turn signal had never been louder. A lot more turns than I remember there being. Seems like there's more turns on the way back. White people don't know this, but I'm like the Tom Cruise of Afghanistan. No, I'm just kidding. There's an Afghan version of Top Gun. I was the star. I mean, it's not a big deal. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, parents from Afghanistan. It's the worst time to be a brown person in America right now. It's very strange being the most feared ethnic group in the country. It's like, move over, black people. There's a new kid in town. Thanks for keeping the seat warm. No, I take that back. One-on-one, you'd probably be more afraid of a black guy than you would me. Like if it was a dark alley in the middle of the night, you'd be more afraid of him than me. But on public transportation, I feel like I win that one. Especially if I was using a Nokia cell phone from the early 90s. I'm playing Snake, bro. Don't worry about it. Nobody with an iPhone blows themselves up, right? You're like, this guy's on a 2-year contract, at least. We're safe. But if it's a shitty flip phone, you're like, this guy's paying as you go. He's got nothing to lose. Boost Mobile, let's get out of here. Very overprotective parents. You know, I have to fly around a lot doing stand-up, and whenever my mom finds out about a gig, she'll call me up the night before. She'll be like, I want your flight number. I want the name of the hotel you're staying at. I want the phone number of the comedy booker. I'm like, what are you gonna do with this info? You live all the way in Seattle. Like, if I die, I die. My mom thinks she's Liam Neeson from Taken. Like, if something were to happen to me, she would just call the comedy booker up, like, I have a very special set of skills. He's like, what are you gonna do? You're just a mom. Look behind you. What? No one my son. I'm like, Mom, thank God I gave you his contact info. Untie me. Sorry, boys, but I tell my mom everything. You know, I'm in LA, I do stand-up, that's my main thing, but I'll audition for stuff as well, and it's not going very well. I'm getting a lot of one-and-dones. They'll be like, that was great, thanks for coming in. I'm like, really? It didn't feel great. No, it's really good. Like, their face gets more contorted the more they're lying to you. No, it's so good. You crushed it, thank you. So please leave, my face hurts, I can't keep this up. I want to talk about one audition I had for the Disney Channel. So I went out for the role of Q-Pop, who was a hip-hop dance instructor. So there was two parts to the audition. The first part was like a regular audition. They had lines and scenes. And then the second part, they wanted you to dance. So like, because it's a hip-hop dance instructor. So I finished the first part of the audition, and then the guy looks up at me and he goes, now dance for us. Like a Roman emperor. The only way it would have been more belittling is if he bit into a peach. Like, dance for us. The juices. Bring me another peach. I've hit the pit. And they didn't have any music in the audition. No boombox. They just wanted to make it as sad as possible. So I'm just dancing in utter silence. All you could literally hear was just the rustling of my clothes. And some of you don't know this about me, but I used to be an aerospace engineer. I worked at Boeing for about 3.5 years before I quit to do stand-up full time. You ever been outside your body observing a situation in a moment of your life? There was a point during the audition where I was like, you used to build airplanes. Is wrong with you? Then I just body rolled out of the audition. You ever been on a flight and you catch yourself watching somebody else's movie for way too long? I'm watching Frozen with no sound for 40 minutes. It's in front of my own headrest, but I'm like, I like this version. I'm already emotionally invested. I hate flying Southwest the most, just because they're like the funny airline. Everybody who works there thinks they're a stand-up comedian, which is aggravating as a stand-up comedian. How easy the crowd is on a plane. It's very hard to do this for a living, but on a Southwest flight, people just give it up for anything. they'll be like, at this time, we're returning off all iPhones, Blackberries, and Blueberries. And people are like, oh, that's not a real phone model. That's a fruit. This guy's like fucking Richard Pryor up there. Why are you a flight attendant? Follow your dreams. I always see families traveling together at the airport, and like parents will have their little kids pulling these tiny Spider-Man suitcases that are like this big. Just pack for your kid. Why does a toddler need his own suitcase? I just picture this little kid waking up in the morning in his race car bed, like, no, I overslept my flight to LaGuardia. Fuck. Let's see, I'll eat my Ninja Turtles. A scoop of ice cream, it's a long flight, I might get hungry. Tell the shuttle to wait for me. Tell the shuttle to wait. He's just sitting in the shuttle with a bag of Cheerios, like, that was close. A little too close for comfort, you know? Isn't it crazy how much money we spend on plane tickets just to get treated like shit every step of the way? I had to fly one time, the airport was dead, nobody was there, and they had that maze thing. So I duck under, and this woman goes, excuse me, sir, you need to go around. And I'm like, nobody's here. Just let me do this. You need to go around. So I'm like, This is what you wanted? This is the battle that you've chosen for today? To watch a grown man go through a maze? Ooh, a block of cheese. Like, you could walk up to any random person in Hollywood and be like, hey, I'm a big fan. And they'd be like, thank you. Really appreciate it. Even if they were just a walker on The Walking Dead. Maybe like, you're familiar with my work, yeah. Does this ring a bell? That's me. That's me, bro. A lot of lozenges that day, you know, I just gotta coat the throat. It's so funny, like nobody wants to grow up out here. Everyone has Peter Pan syndrome. That's why everyone dresses so weird in LA. It's like everyone's closet in Hollywood is just a lost and found box. You know? They're like, all right, Friday night, what do we got? We'll do vest with no shirt on. Sombrero and ski boots. All right. Everyone on Sunset Boulevard just looks like a Sims character. Hey, what's up, you want No, all right, keep walking. What's up, you want No, all right, same as, okay, yeah. Don't get discouraged. I live a little outside of Hollywood. I live in Koreatown. Yeah. You know you're not doing well when you live in another ethnic group's town. There's this McDonald's I'll go to sometimes just to get out of the house, and you gotta break up the day, you know? So I go there, I get a tea, the guy gives me the tea, and I go, do you have any honey? And he goes, honey? Like I just blew his mind. Like he's never heard of that combo before. I go, yeah, honey. He goes, let me check. He goes in the back for way too long. I don't see him for like 20 minutes. Then he pops out and he goes, we've got like honey mustard. Like, why would you suggest that? Like, that's even an option. Is anyone like, oh yeah, that's the same shit? Yeah, bring that out. Do you have any barbecue sauce? Or Chipotle mayo? I'm trying to make the most disgusting cup of tea ever known to man. Do you have a raw hot dog you could plop into there? The tea will cook it. It'll be like a version of pho. Like, that went through several logic gates in his mind. And he was still like, we got honey mustard. In case you got like a coffee filter and you can like filter out the mustard. Maybe you got like a butane lighter and you can burn off the mustard. You can MacGyver some honey out of this, dog. Just don't give up. I believe in you. Somebody told me I look like their Uber driver the other day. Like, why would you tell somebody that? That's something you keep inside your brain. What compels someone to be like, no, he has to know? Everybody takes Uber and Lyft nowadays. I feel sorry for cab drivers. I bet they're trying to trick people, like, no, it is Uber. It's Uber. Like, why is your car yellow? Just don't worry about it. Get in. Everybody takes Uber and Lyft because it's slightly cheaper than a cab. But what you save in money, you pay for in conversation. You'll be halfway through your trip and be like, you know, I guess I never really did get over my parents' divorce. I don't understand. People will talk to their Lyft drivers all day, but if their cab drivers were like, what do you do for work? They'd be like, enough with the chit-chat, Ahmed. I want to pay you to talk. Did you ever think that one day your cab drivers would just be random people with free time on their hands? Never. How do you not know that one day your house won't be on fire and some 21-year-old kid with a smartphone will show up like, hey, what's up, I'm your firefighter? I was close to one of the blaze. Don't worry, I brought a super soaker, stand back. Oh, the pressure's building up, it's a good sign. The fire's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. The problem with Uber and Lyft is that it's made getting into random cars so commonplace. Like, you'll get into a truck, you'll get into an SUV, you'll get into a smart car. Like, I could take my car tonight, just go to a bar at 2 a.m. Be like, hey, somebody get an Uber? Some drunk guy would be like, catch you guys later, it's here. Hey, what's up, man? Take me. And I could just drive to the woods and murder this guy. He would just be in his phone the whole time. Wait, this isn't West Hollywood.